Hey everybody, I hope you guys are all doing okay and welcome back to our Might and Magic VII completionist run. In this episode, we, having completed the tunnels to Eoful, are now ready to move on to our next area. I know the map looks a bit odd, or maybe it doesn't look odd to you, but it looks odd to me because some of the walls aren't fully mapped out, and I think that's just part of the glitchy nature of this area, but take my word for it that we have indeed fully cleared it. And more importantly, having fully cleared it, we are now poised to go into a pretty dangerous area. Here we go. As soon as we entered the new area, are contacted by none other than Archibald Ironfist. I was gonna say our nemesis from Might and Magic VI, but no, he actually did help us out in that game too. And in this game, we're being told that, like, he acknowledges that we were once adversaries, but now he says that maybe we can help each other. And he understands that we are on our way to fight the devils and wants to help us out. Okay? And apparently Roland is in the custody of the devils, and Archibald is imploring us to rescue him. And in addition to all of that, he offers us another weapon. Hang on, let's first of all take a look at what he gave us. Who did I hand it to? I handed this blaster over to you. So now we have 2 blasters. Still not quite enough. But what I could do is... we've got some, you know what, let's... one thing at a time. First of all, let's open up the map to see that we are now in the land of the giants. Very intimidating name for a very intimidating place. Let's rise up and take a look at what we are fighting. Hard to see through the trees, but we do indeed have titans. And let's try fighting them with blasters. Now, of course, the tricky thing is I'm gotta make sure I don't accidentally sell my good artifact. So for that reason, I'm gonna hand it over to you. Ooh, Wizard Ring of Doom. +1 to everything. Well, you don't have any rings, so might as well give you this. So that's good. And now let's save our game. So we've got 2 guys shooting ridiculously fast. Let's see how well this works against titans. Seems to be working pretty okay. Although one thing I neglected is that we need to cast protection from magic. Because the Supreme Titans, or the Blood Titans in this game, are indeed capable of one hit taking us down. And, okay, I think somebody's pistol got broken.
I can't fix that.
It's fixed.
It really bugs me how the Titans are able to destroy your weapons. Like, look at what a small target this pistol must be.
It's fixed.
But they're able to take down your weapons with pinpoint accuracy for no other reason than it's the game scripting it that way. I don't like that. Not a huge fan. But one thing we can conclude is that this is a much quicker way of taking the Titans down than engaging them in melee combat, which is what we've been doing. Oh god, I hate this so much.
Fixed.
Oh, what am I doing? One thing I'm tempted to do is To find the NPC, like we've got this person to give us flight in an emergency. We haven't really needed to use her. We might get rid of her later on. But one thing I'm tempted to do is there is a I think a blacksmith traveling companion that you can hire, which will repair your weapons for free. No, not for free, but like you'll be able to repair them just by right-clicking them in the inventory without having to drag them to the inventory of the person with the repair skill. So I'm very, very tempted to do that. We'll see how it goes, though. Hoping to get away without having to do that. Excuse me? Did I... What did I do? Okay. For some reason, I thought one of them wasn't firing properly. Okay, Blood Titan.
Finally!
This is so annoying. Really don't think the game has implemented the whole item breaking thing properly, because it's just too obnoxious, and it doesn't even add challenge. All it adds is tedium, which not the most compelling gameplay addition. And again, the weird targeting where the game doesn't always auto-target the thing that you think it would be targeting. Are we gonna loot these guys? That's a good question. We probably should, although for now I just want to leave the bodies on the ground as a reminder that we've already been there. And oh, there's our obelisk. This area, by the way, is the last area, the last outdoor overland area that we hadn't yet been to in the game. And now we see the last obelisk. We've seen all of the other obelisks, of course. We haven't collected any of them except for the one from the pit. But yes, this is the last thing we had to do before we are able to do the obelisk quest, is make our way to this area. And I think we're doing okay, although these titans are really getting on my nerves a little bit. Really getting on my nerves, breaking my stuff. You can take them down with one laser beam, no problem. But I really wish this item breakage wouldn't happen quite as often as it does happen. Oh, her shirt is just naturally red. I'm like, are you wearing something else that's broken under your broken chainmail? But no. We've got a couple rubies, alright. Alright, that's cool. We'll sell those. How much have we explored so far? Not much. Oh, and we're about to fight a different enemy type. I hope these guys can't break our stuff. So these guys are devils who look pretty similar to what they looked like in Might and Magic VI. Although I believe in Might and Magic VI, when you killed them, they just kind of spontaneously combusted, and it didn't leave behind bodies, and in this case it looks like they do leave behind corpses, which again makes it convenient for us because it helps me keep track of where I've been, where I haven't been, just by following along visually on the mini-map. Ooh, we've got a green dot on the map, I don't know if you noticed, all the way up here, so some sort of friendly civilian perhaps. Could be... Oh yeah, these guys are casting their meteor showers on us. which isn't going to be very effective because we are flying. So only a couple of the meteors are going to hit us at most. The rest are just going to land harmlessly on the ground where they are outside of the range where their AoE damage would be hitting us. Oh. So, hang on, what? Something was green, but whatever it was has now turned red. That is... You know what? I'm gonna save my game in this slot. I'm gonna load this game. Honestly, I just want to fly over and I want to see what that green dot is without killing anything. Because I'm not crazy, right? I didn't imagine that green dot. Let's do this experiment. I'll load my game in a moment, but I just want to see what the hell was that thing. Was it? Am I losing my mind? Wasn't there a green dot on the map? Wasn't there a green dot on the map? I guess I have literally just lost my mind. I'm gonna have to look back at the footage. But yes. We've gotta take these guys. By the way, turn-based mode is not a good way to fight these guys. Real time, the way we're doing it is a way to fight. And this is the reason, because when you go into turn-based mode, things slow down drastically. You can still take them down pretty quickly, but it's a much more tedious fight. You gotta wait for them to do their stuff, and it's just really, really slow. As compared to this way of fighting. Where's that guy? Yeah, I need to adjust my... I'm looking down. We're tilting our necks as far down as we can go. I guess our characters must have really stiff necks because they can't go any further than this, which sometimes makes it tricky to target guys who are below you at a very steep angle. But I think we're doing okay. Alright. Blaster weapons, of course, just as OP as they were in Might and Magic VI. And... oh no, I hit the wrong thing. What I wanted to do was... yes, I wanted to fly down a little bit. Alright, let's keep on doing the good work. Alright, we're doing okay. As soon as we hit them, we can kind of stun lock them in place. It's while they're moving that they're tricky to target. We gotta fly up a little bit because these guys are on this elevated area. Devil Warrior didn't last long. That Worker, low tier enemy, was never gonna trouble us too much. Yeah, these guys are not having a good time, are they? Okay, we're taking you down. We're taking you down as well. Devil Captains. Their high rank seemingly not doing much to save them from this deadly barrage of blaster shots. Alright. I think this is probably going to be the slowest part of the map, clearing out these devils. But I think we might have done it, clearing out this large collection of devils around this area, which I believe this is Colony Zod. Yes. You see down there, it says, enter Colony Zod. We're not going to be going there just yet. That is our next quest objective, but we've got quite a few things to do in the Land of Giants itself, which I guess you can think of this area as a kind of combination between Sweetwater and Paradise Valley from Might and Magic VI. Because it's got devils and it's got the big endgame devil hideout, but it also has a bunch of titans in it, and I believe it should also have dragons somewhere in here. Although we haven't come across any of them just yet. Oh, we do find more titans though. Oh, we're weak. And why are you out of spell points? Oh, this is kind of terrible. I think the devils stole our mana at some point. So annoyingly, we're gonna have to rest. We're gonna have to rest. I guess that's the only way they have of threatening us, getting rid of our mana. So let's get our spells ready. You need to cast Flight. Where is it? There it is. It's gonna take a while, but we do need to get our buffs. Day of Protection, and I will also cast Day of the Gods, even though we don't really need it. We're getting our infinite stream of laser fire based on just the bonuses we have. I think Haste is the crucial spell there. But I do want to get my full suite of buffs cast, because I like it that way. And the final thing we have to cast, we're not done just yet, we need to cast the body magic spell Protection from Magic, which I really think should have been added to Day of Protection. It just feels... oh, you know what, and we also have to cast Regeneration 4 times. Ugh. This is a whole routine. Come on. Yeah, I really wish Regeneration became a party spell at the Grandmaster level. Would have been nice, but oh well. Can't complain too much, it just takes a bit of setup, but once you've got your setup done, you're ready to inflict horrible, horrible damage. And I will try to dodge their shots when it's feasible, but mainly I just want to stand still and shoot them until they stop moving. And I won't be pausing to repair mid-combat unless both of our blasters go down. Alright, let's go this way now. Oh yeah, I think we see some dragons. Fantastic. This is great. This is great. Alright. Ooh, these guys are having a bad time. Come on, Storm Titan going down. Okay, let's take a step back because somebody's blaster got taken out. Aye.
It's fixed.
Okay. Now let's go back in. Still at max health. I'm going in slowly because I don't want to aggro too many of them at once. Not because I don't think we can kill them. I do think we can, but because they're all ranged enemies, I don't want them scattering too much. See, again, there's a green dot over there, which is really weird. What's that green dot? What is that green dot? And if I get closer, it's gonna turn red? Yeah. That surely must be a glitch of some kind. Hey.
It's fixed. It's fixed.
Come on. Don't need to worry about your bows, really. We'll repair them once we're... Where is this guy? What? Hang on. Where is this dot? Is that him? No, that can't be him. What? What do you oh, there he is. He's being blocked by some part of the environment. Blood Titan has gone down. Let's kill some dragons. Oh, these guys are...
Ow!
They thought they were so tough. But it turns out... not quite tough enough to survive under blaster fire. Sucks to be them. Come on, come on.
But I needed this.
Come on, let's take them down, let's take them down, and I don't want to be splitting my blaster shots between these guys because it's a less efficient way, I think. You want to focus one enemy down at a time. Not that enemies regenerate or anything, just because it then becomes harder to keep track of which enemy is about to die and which one's still fresh. What are you doing? Alright, alright. More Titans over here. Having a bad time. Alright. Now what is this thing? It's a shrine. It's an altar. I'll save in the slot. What does this do? Ah, okay, this teleports us back to Harmondale, and now that we've activated it, we should be able to freely use it whenever we need. Green dragon down. What's that? That's another green dragon over there. Fantastic. Alright, now, it's really dark. You need to fix this.
It's fixed. It's fixed.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. It is really annoying how they just focus down particular party members. Although in this case it almost makes it kind of convenient, because if something does get broken, I'll know which party members' inventories to go to. Alright. On the look out a little bit, because there is stuff on the northern edge of the map that I'm interested in finding. There are a bunch of pedestals. This is a Day of the Gods pedestal. Aha! Here we go. This is a very important house. A monumental occasion, because when we go inside, we finally find the Armsmaster Grandmaster trainer. And that felt really good, because now look at our ridiculous melee damage. See, this is why I don't like the way the game has placed Grandmaster, Armsmaster all the way up here. Because we are already at the point of the game where your melee damage is outclassed by the new weapon type that's introduced. Grandmaster, Armsmaster would have been fun to have while we were still fighting things in melee, for instance, when we were clearing out the Titan Stronghold. But as it stands, it's just not... It's just not a good time to be getting this skill, because like, I'll try to make use of it. I won't just spam blasters for the rest of the game, but you see what I mean, right? It feels a bit hollow to be getting it right now. Would have been nice to get it back when it was still a thing that would have actually helped us, and not something that we're sort of contriving a way to use just for the sake of using it. Is another little criticism I have about the not I was gonna say pacing, but more like how the different skill tiers are gated in this game. Doesn't necessarily flow in the best way. Yeah. Definitely shouldn't be making you wait until this late in the game, and until it's already obsolete to be giving you Grandmaster Arms Master. Not how I would have done it. Alright, let's we can't actually fly any higher than this. So what we can do is we can walk on this mountain. And shoot some dragons this way. Which is fine by me. It's refreshing to fight them on the same level as us, because we've been kind of flying over them for most of this map. Alright, come on, let's carry on the good work. We want to take down some dragons, some titans, and I won't be looting them in this episode. It's probably gonna be something I do next episode. We'll see about it, because looting all of these guys is gonna be its own separate ordeal. How do I even walk? How do I even traverse this rugged terrain? Really wish flight didn't have this like maximum height that it won't take you higher. It does, I guess, make things a bit more interesting, because then you've got to actually figure out how to walk over the land rather than just flying over everything. But, like, nothing's stopping these dragons from flying. Like it's the inconsistency of it that bothers me more than anything else. Now we're definitely going to take a bit of damage here, and maybe not that much damage, but some of our stuff's going to get broken just because there are so many dragons taking their shots at us. But we're taking our shots at them as well. I wish we would settle on one target at a time rather than splitting our damage the way we're doing, but it seems to be working out okay.
But I needed
Some people have annoyingly slipped away and are now behind us, which I don't appreciate.
Ow!
Alright, I think we've...
Just a cut. But I
Who
needed
is this?
fixed.
Where even are you? There you are. And let's take you guys down. Take you down. Take you down. And I think this entire collection of dragons has been slain as soon as we take that guy down. Yeah, yes. Oh no, I see another red dot. Oh, I see more red dots. So there's another group of enemies. Oh my god, come on. Another group of enemies. Another group of dragons. Oh god. Hate it when the ground blocks your shots. Because that is so hard to deal with. Then you've got to walk around until the ground is at the right angle, which is not always easy to do. Take down this dragon any second now. There he goes. Now what's broken? That's broken.
I repaired it.
Fix that. Thank you. What else is broken? That's broken.
I repaired
Fix
it.
that. Thank you. What else is broken? That's broken. Fix that, and thank you very much. None of our rings or amulets are broken. Alright, that's good. I think, okay, I'll grant this game this. I'll concede this. That is definitely an improvement, because in Might and Magic VI, your rings and amulets would get broken all the time, and it would be so annoying to have to... This is, okay. This is kind of unfortunate. So these piles of gold have the graphic that is associated with the really big piles of gold, but they have smaller values. But that one was a proper big pile of gold. Like this one, for only 600, should not have that graphic.
Let's leave it behind.
Ooh, okay, that's... I'd still rather have it do damage, but that's not a bad one to find. Some more ore. Yeah, I'm not going to be looting any of the dragons, because I kind of want... Because dragon corpses are a good way to get high level items. We're done getting our artifacts, but I would like to get, for instance, a couple daggers of the dragon, maybe a staff of the dragon, a couple bows of the dragon. Although we just need one more bow of the dragon, so that would be nice. That would be nice. And by the way, this place, the Dragon Caves, is where we're going to be going to in the next episode. For now, we're just going to focus on clearing out all of the exterior of the Land of the Giants, and it looks like we might be mostly done. Looks like we might be mostly done. Just make sure nobody's hiding on this edge of the map, and then we'll do a sweep around kind of this way, and then we'll come back up here because there's another interesting thing we've got to deal with, which I didn't realize would be a thing, but which may complicate one of my completionist objectives for this series, but I'm not going to go into too much detail until we get to the actual thing.
That's it?
And because this is a high level area, it does make sense to identify everything you find on the ground, because even if you're not going to use it, if you, for whatever reason, need any money, like if you're not a millionaire like our party is in this game, then it's a good way to get quite a bit of expensive loot that you can sell. Alright. Honestly, I think we might be done, because we've cleared out the entire landmass, and this isn't like the eel-infested waters with enemies out on the actual water, I don't think. I think the only enemy types on this map are the devils, the dragons, and the titans. All of them are land-based enemies, although of course the dragons can fly. But they spawn over the land, which is the important thing. I don't think there's anything that spawns in the water. So I think we might be good. We might actually be good. Okay. Okay. I'm into this. I'm into this. Let's go up and around, and then I think we'll be done. Nothing in this little unexplored part of the map here. Let's even make sure there's nothing there. Like, we would have seen it when we were just flying around, so I'm already almost 99.9% sure there's nothing there, but just to be extra certain, let's fly straight there, and it looks like indeed nothing there. Let's just shimmy up so we can get a bit closer and just get that last bit of unexplored map tagged. Come on. Alright, now we're done. I just need to be low enough so that I can fly again. That maximum height limit really coming into play in this map, because there's large parts of the map that are too high for you to fly, and like you have no choice but to walk. And this is the thing that I was alluding to, like the thing that is going to complicate one of my objectives. So before I do too much with that, let me go around and explore this corner. Again, I already know nobody's gonna be here because there aren't any aquatic enemies, aren't any water-based enemies on this map. But just to be on the safe side. In a map with so many high-level, like, good experience yielding enemies, you want to make sure that you're getting absolutely all of them. You want to get your full money's worth, your time's worth, however you want to put it. You want to go the distance. Right, now we're done. And now let's go back to that challenge pedestal. So, we've seen pedestals already earlier in the series. We've seen contests where you've got to beat a skill check of 50 and then you get 5 skill points. There are tests where you beat a check of 100 to get 7 skill points. But now this is a new type. This is a challenge, which is neither a test nor a contest. And I don't know exactly what the check is you're supposed to beat. Probably either 150 or 200. But let's click on it and let's see what happens. We get 10 skill points. This, by the way, the challenge of personality. The challenge of personality. And, of course, there are 7 different stats. We've just done this one. That means, of course, that there are 6 more of these challenges to do. Now, there are 2 issues here. Well, first of all, let me just let me do that, and then we'll get Master ID Monster at some point. And you know what? Let me also do that. Sounds good. Is there anything I wanted to do with you? I was building up Arms Master with you, so let's go ahead and do that. And with you, more Arms Master. Seems like a good time to me. Alright. So, problem number 1, getting back to this topic, is that we are finding this new type of challenge pedestal really, really late in the game. And as far as I know, this is the only one in the entire game. So there were about 4 or 5 different contests. There were 2 tests, but there's only 1 challenge. So that's going to be one thing that complicates it. If I make it an objective to get all 7, the other issue, well, this is something that kind of makes it easy, is that to get this challenge to reset, like, it makes it easier and harder. Let me say what's on my mind, and then I'll explain why it's both good and bad. To get this to reset, we need to get the area to reset. But if the area resets, all these dragons are going to be back. Which means it's not going to be straightforward just flying here and taking it, unless we cast invisibility. Which might be what I do. But I know me, right? I know that if you throw me in a place with a bunch of dragons, I'm going to be tempted to just take all of them on. And I'll end up wasting a lot of my time that way. Not wasting time, but spending more time than I otherwise would have. So I think what I'm gonna do is, we've cleared this area once. If I make future trips to this area, and if I'm not using invisibility, then I'll just skip that part, and I'll show you how much experience we wound up with at the end, and we'll take care of it that way. And yeah, I think, like, I'm still on the fence about whether or not I wanna make this an objective? I think I'll try my best. The hard part is going to be like wasting time. I think this area resets every 6 in-game months. So we're basically going to have to waste about 3 in-game years to try and get all 6 of the remaining ones. But you know what, I'll try that. I'll find a way to deal with that between episodes. For now, what we're gonna do is... we're actually gonna park ourselves at this altar, ready to take us back to Harmondale at this shrine. We're gonna save our game here, and next episode, first of all, we're gonna go up there. We're gonna do the Dragon Caves, and then we'll see how far we can get from just training in terms of getting this area to reset. It's kind of convenient because it's December 1st, so that makes it easier to keep track of the months passing. So we'll see how far we get. But yeah, I think that's gonna be all for this episode. It was a lot of fun fighting these dragons, which we took down with ease, despite having only 2 blasters. Shows you just how overpowered this weapon type is. We also got Grandmaster Armsmaster finally, although too late in the game, because once you get blasters, you really don't need this anymore. The only way you'd make any use of it is if you're going out of your way to use melee when you don't have to. So that's unfortunate, but you know what? We have it, and it's nice to have. So that's cool. And of course, we didn't just kill the dragons, we killed everything in the Land of the Giants, including the devils, including the titans, including that huge crowd of devils outside Colony Zod. We took care of all of that, and we got the first of our challenges done. And we'll see how many of these we can get through before I have to either give up or before I resort to creative ways of getting the game to pass time. But yeah, that's going to be all for this episode. Thank you for watching. Hope you had a good time. Hope you'll join me in the next episode where we are going to go into the Dragon Caves, which I think might be the last dungeon for us to clear. There are... we'll talk more about that. There are some caveats to that statement, but for all intents and purposes, this is our last optional dungeon. Colony Zod we haven't been to yet, but that's a required area. We're not gonna go there just yet. But yes, we're gonna go to the Dragon Cave next episode. But yes, without further ado, time to call this episode to a close. I hope you'll join me for the next one, and until then, take care.